Well, when you think of Brazil, you don't exactly think of farming equipment, but behind me we have the Stara Imperador. It's a Brazilian machine and it's been brought to Australia by Croplands. If you're wondering about the name, Imperador actually means emperor in Spanish, so this is the top of the line machine in that part of the world. It's the world's first mid-mount boom sprayer with a true 50-50 weight distribution. We're here today to check it out, take it for a little run up and down the paddock and show you some of the features that we think are pretty innovative. So let's talk specs. The Imperador has a 36 metre mid-mount boom and a centrally located 4,000 litre main tank, which means a 50-50 weight distribution, whether it's empty, full or half full, making this machine ideal for farmers that struggle with compaction issues found with rear mount booms. It's also got a 400 litre clean water tank, which is pretty handy. It's got continuous recirculation and tiered booms as standard, with nozzle by nozzle control and single button boom extension. It's got a massive 3 metre wheel track and 1.6 metre underframe clearance, with the option of 2 metres if you're dealing with tall crops like corn. It's got 4-wheel steer as standard as well, so don't let its size fool you. It's a pretty agile machine. The Stara has air suspension, so it's a big step up from the more rigid systems many of you might be used to, which helps with comfort and also uniformity when spraying. Now, while it's a pretty smart machine, its powertrain is a proven, simple combination. The Stara packs a 6.7 litre Cummins backed by a Bosch Rexroth hydroelectric trans. There's no AdBlue or complex emission systems either. Any machinery or truck workshop will know their way around this setup, but it's also got real-time diagnostics. Anyhow, we could talk specs all day, but I reckon we need to take this Imperador for a spin. We don't have a huge amount of time with the Stara, but let's take it for a few runs up and down the paddock, see how it performs. Alright, so we're up in the Stara Imperador 4000. We've got our speed set at 5 kilometres an hour. It's slow because I'm talking to you guys. We've got the auto steer on and it's a pretty comfortable place to be. I'm in an air suspended seat, the aircon's blasting, we've got a radio up there. So far, so good. So this is an air suspended machine as well, so it's pretty smooth, and from what I'm told, the people that have jumped out of a more rigid machine might take a little bit of getting used to, but it's comfortable from where we're sitting. If you're used to operating a self-propelled sprayer, everything's in the place it should be. It's all going to feel pretty familiar. You've got an emergency brake down at the right foot, column control on the left foot, hand controller here, screen with plenty of information, and some of the later models have even more built into that display. And we're in self-steer mode right now, so it's just doing its thing, rolling along. One thing you will notice though, being a mid-mount boom, is that visibility is insane. I can see right out to the tip of that boom. I can see all the way around the machine, and while we're approaching a few big divots down in the ground here, we've actually got the auto height control on the boom setup, so that thing's obviously making sure we don't run into any dramas or bang the boom against the ground there. This is very autonomous when you're inside. It's doing a lot of the hard work for me, and I don't have to worry about what's going on, but of course I can see everything that's going on anyway. The visibility is pretty unreal. And obviously this is through the rougher stuff now. You can see that auto height control's lifted the right side of the boom. Again, I don't have to worry about it. Left side's fine, very easy. It's got a GPS receiver on the roof as well, and we're told any system will work, whichever one you're subscribed to. It also has the Stara telemetry system, so they're basically able to monitor this vehicle remotely, be it in Brazil or in Australia, and diagnose issues or get you up and running if need be. All right, now we're about to turn around. We'll turn the 4-wheel steer on, which is a pretty handy feature in this because it's got a very tight turning circle. Just following our last lines. And that auto height control is really handy. It's always making adjustments, especially in turns like that, which is great. We can flick the 4-wheel steer back off. And worth noting is that 4-wheel steer won't work above about 14 kilometres an hour just for safety reasons. While we're on the topic of speeds too, this will do a top speed of 55 kilometres an hour, which you'd only be doing if you're out on the road, getting between farms or paddocks, and it'll spray up to 30 kilometres per hour if the conditions are right for it. Well, the spec sheet tells a pretty honest story with the Stara Imperador 4000. It's a solid, well-appointed machine that solves a lot of the common issues found with self-propelled sprayers. You might be wondering, if you're used to a US-made machine, how a Brazilian sprayer is going to go on your farm. Well, Stara punch out about 1,800 of them a year and have been building farm machinery for over 60 years. A quick YouTube search also showed the Imperador being used for things we wouldn't dream of doing here. They're built tough, and I reckon the Brazilians are even harder on their gear than we are. So the Stara Imperador 4000, would we buy one? We probably would. Croplands have taken an already good machine and made it even better for local conditions. If you're in the market for a self-propelled sprayer, consider the Stara. And for the full nitty-gritty, all the details, read the full write-up on farmmachinerysales.com.au.